everybody knows about the palace and the gardens, but a lot of people miss the Trianons. There's two, the Petite and the Grand Trianon, and then there's a little hamlet. So the last tip I wanted to give you about coming to Versailles was to give yourself plenty of time. Ideally, plan to spend the day here. Everybody knows about the palace and the gardens, but a lot of people miss the Trianons. So we're leaving the antechamber into this beautiful covered walk and little miniature version of the palace gardens back here. Louis XIV had this built, the Grand Trianon, so that he could escape from all the politics and the noise and the grandeur and the hustle and bustle of the palace. So this was sort of his little retreat that was still on the grounds of Versailles, outside of Paris, but away from so much activity. The Grand Trianon is known for this pink marble, which you see all over the outside of it. So now that I've seen both the Grand Trianon and the Petite Trianon. I'm gonna take the walk over to the hamlet. It's not terribly long, probably about 10 minutes, and it's a beautiful walk on the way over. So over here, a little ways from the rest of the village, is the farmhouse. And I would imagine they moved it over here, or kept it over here due to the smell and the noise, but you can see the fields of wheat here too. I realized when I got up this morning that I never wrapped up last night after I got back from Versailles. So I wanted to leave you with a couple of final thoughts and tips. First of all, be prepared to walk quite a bit. According to my Apple Watch, I walked over 9 miles yesterday. Now you can shorten that if you want by not doing everything, but if you want to see everything, plan to be walking that much. And that was even with taking the train. The little train does help quite a bit to get you from the main chateau out to the Grand Trianon and the Petite Trianon, and then you have to walk to the hamlet. There's no other way to get there, and I really recommend that you don't miss that, because that is probably one of the best parts of Versailles to me. It's all beautiful. But what I recommend doing is from the chateau, you can take the train and stop at the Grand Trianon. That's going to be your first stop. See that, and then it's a very easy walk from there to the Petite Trianon. Go through that and then walk out to the hamlet, and then once you've come back from the hamlet, you can catch the train from the Petite Trianon back to the main palace, and that's going to minimize your walking just about as much as possible. Otherwise there's really no way to cut it down if you want to see all of those things. If you're only going to see one palace in all of Europe, Versailles is probably the one to see. And remember, it's France's premier tourist attraction, maybe the biggest tourist attraction in all of Europe. So it is extremely crowded. Plan to get there early and plan to spend the better part of a day there, and you'll get the most out of it. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful or enjoyable, be sure to give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe so that you catch my videos every week.